We are looking at the wonderful world of German cinemas. This is Fragments of the Future. Kino International, just been restored to its former glory and looking stunning. I guess it came at the sort of tail end of cinema's power. In the 60s, TV was really starting to take over. In East Berlin, there were a lot of TV productions happening. The TV tower over there is emblematic of the TV age. People would sometimes tune into actual camera, even though it completely lied to them on every occasion. But yeah, TV was taking over. This was like the final hurrah for cinemas. I guess you could say they had their moment in the 80s with multiplexes as well and blockbusters then. But yeah, this is sort of the tail end of when the cinema was really a glamorous place. One of the final really glamorous cinemas ever built, and a real icon of East Berlin.
The Kino International. We're in the bar here, and it's been restored to its former glory. It reopened in the early part of 2026. The cinema originally opened in 1963, and it was the place to be seen in East Berlin. All of the DEFA film premieres happened here. The DEFA offices and studios were just nearby as well. So this was the high point of East Berlin society, built on the Karl Marx Alley, one of the big regeneration schemes that they had, where they built this sort of Soviet triumphal axis through East Berlin. And it was frequented by people with connections, the sort of aristocracy of East Berlin. There was a special room for the SED party functionaries, the people who were in charge of the Communist Party in East Germany. They had their own special room, so they didn't have to fraternize with the proletariat here. And they would have had things in that room that were impossible to get hold of, like whiskey and cigars, probably proper coffee as well. The final premiere that happened here was a film called Coming Out, a homosexual love story, which was screened the day before the Berlin Wall came down. Lots of history here. The bar is obviously really, really nice, and people just come here now for a drink in the evening as well, even if they're not going to the cinema. These are the stairs in Kino International where film stars would have walked up, audiences excited to see the movies. And even today, it's used for the Berlinale, Berlin Film Festival. So famous people still come up here. Kino International, designed by Joseph Kaiser in 1958, opened in 1961. The use of lighting is the key point in this building. Obviously, cinema is a medium that's about light, and the bulbs here really add a touch of glamour, as the lights on the staircase. Opened 1963, I think it was. Been restored to its full glory. Joseph Kaiser also designed the Cafe Moscow across the street, across the Karl Marx Alley. This whole area was the sort of showpiece of the East German regime. They brought a lot of foreigners here because they wanted to show them this area and show them how a sort of forward-looking socialist country could look before, of course, the rot set in. Now, I love German movies, and there's so many great ones, and you can imagine something like in The Lives of Others, Das Leben der Anderen, which is one of the best portrayals of life in East Germany. Maybe some of the characters, if they're not going to the theatre, coming to see a film here. Or Goodbye Lenin, which is also an absolute classic. It sort of brings that era really to life.
Welcome to the Zoo Palast cinema, the most important, most glamorous cinema in West Berlin. It means Zoo Palace, and it got that name because the zoo is right behind us here. It's also amid the Bikini building, which is an important modernist building in West Berlin, and of course Zoo Station over there, and pretty glamorous it looks. 1957, but then refurbished about 10 years ago. This is a very storied area for film and TV in Berlin as well. In the Same Sky, a great TV show about spies infiltrating the West, the main guy lives in that building, which is a part of the Bikini building now, overlooking the zoo. And this whole area, from Zoo Station down here, was the setting for one of the darkest and most troubling German films you'll ever want to see. We Are the Children of Bahnhof Zoo, the story of Christiana F. and her friends who fall into a terrible world of heroin. But they do see a David Bowie concert, so it's not all bad. And then part of the film shows them over the other side of Breitscheidplatz, exploring Europa Center, the new shopping center, Europa Center, going onto the roof, and you can see the spinning Mercedes sign. And also, I think when it first opened, it was part of the UFA, who are still going. There's studios in Babelsberg near Potsdam, which I really need to go to, and I think we should make a film about that, which is the center of the German film industry. But UFA fiction, still going, still making TV and film. Kudam 56 as well. That was another one near here. I wanted to mention something as well. This is a good time to talk about these. These glass boxes that they have on the street, I've never seen them anywhere else in the world apart from in Germany. And in Berlin, there's a load of them advertising shopping on Kudam and in other places as well. And here, outside the Zoo Palast, advertising films. These, glass boxes perched on the street. I guess a 50s thing. You don't see them very much now, and I've seen them more in Germany than anywhere else. If anyone has information about those, tell me, because I find it fascinating. Considering this is a film about films, it's not as well shot as I would like it to be. I've got a horrible feeling my bag may have made it into certain shots. Try and forget about that. Well, I hope you've enjoyed our look at the world of German cinema, and I think we should do definitely more about German films, maybe some location things. Let me know what you think about that. But certainly, for my money, Germany has some fantastic cinema architecture. So, I hope you've enjoyed looking at them with me. And I very much enjoyed the Dresden Film Festival. If you would like to subscribe, I'd love that. And you can like this as well if you want. But most of all, do join me for another episode of Fragments of the Future, which will be coming very, very soon. My name has been Christopher Beanland. Thank you for watching. Auf Wiedersehen. Ciao. Tschüss.